Hello and welcome to another episode of Wrestling Rewind. I'm Will from the Internet, and on this episode I will be reviewing Money in the Bank 2011. Money in the Bank 2011 is generally regarded as one of the best recent pay-per-views from the WWE. The entire show was really built around the main event of John Cena vs. CM Punk for the WWE Championship, and the pay-per-view kicked off with a video package recapping the story of their feud. I haven't seen many WWE pay-per-views from this period, so I'm not sure if it was common at the time for video packages about the main event to open the show, but I really enjoyed it and felt that by doing it, it really ties together the whole show and makes it a more unified event. It really makes the main event feel bigger when you're talking about it from the beginning of the show instead of just beginning a few minutes before the match starts. The storyline going into the show is that CM Punk will face John Cena for his WWE title before Punk's contract comes due at midnight and he leaves the company. The first match on the card was the SmackDown Money in the Bank match, and I thought it was a good hot start to the show. Giving the win and the contract to Daniel Bryan was a good way to get the crowd into the undercard matches. Obviously, the crowd was there for CM Punk, and there were a lot of CM Punk chants throughout the night. So WWE needed to make sure the crowd were into the rest of the show as well. In many cases, Bryan and Punk fans would be the same type of wrestling fan. So I think this was the perfect match to kind of start off the show on a good foot. One of the things I found interesting about both of the Money in the Bank ladder matches on the show was seeing how many of the wrestlers involved are no longer with the company. Only 3 of the 8 wrestlers in the SmackDown match are still wrestling for the WWE, while 4 of the 8 wrestlers in the Raw match later on are still in the WWE. The next match is a Divas Championship match, in which Kelly Kelly successfully defended the title against Brie Bella. It's amazing how much women's wrestling in the WWE has changed over the last 5 years. First of all, neither of these women are still wrestling for the company. And secondly, the entire feud seems to have been built on the Bellas mocking Kelly Kelly for her appearance. And that definitely wouldn't fly in today's WWE environment. The next match was between Mark Henry and The Big Show. I think both of these guys can be interesting given the right opponent, but I've never enjoyed any of their one-on-one feuds with each other, and this is no different than that. Victorious Mark Henry attacks The Big Show's knee after the match, so the feud continues. The Raw Money in the Bank match is next. I didn't enjoy it as much as the SmackDown match, but it was still good, and Alberto Del Rio winning played into the main event storyline since he had come into the night upset because he had won a number 1 contenders match before Punk had been reinstated and felt like he should have gotten his title match at Money in the Bank 2011 instead of Punk. Up next was a match for the World Heavyweight Championship between champion Randy Orton and Christian. Christian had multiple shots at Orton's title at this point, with a match before having gone to Orton even though Christian's foot was under the rope when the ref made the 3 count. Even though this pay-per-view is really built around and remembered for the main event, I felt like this was an excellent world title match and feud, and really could have main evented the show on its own. Christian, as part of the story, has had his lawyer change the typical match contract so that in this match, the title will change hands on disqualification. So he spends most of the match playing mind games on Orton, trying to get him disqualified. And of course, because this is such a big part of the story of the match, this is ultimately how Christian wins the match, as well as the world title. Afterwards, Orton beats down Christian, and this shows how much Christian really got to him, and really seems to be pointing to a more vindictive Orton going forward. Up next is the main event, and I honestly don't have a whole lot to say about this match. It was excellent, and you should watch it for yourself if you haven't. I really enjoy the commentary's focus on the legacy and importance of the WWE Championship. I actually enjoyed the callbacks to the Montreal Screwjob in this match, which I normally don't. I think WWE way overdoes callbacks to the Screwjob. At the end of the match, Vince, after Punk wins, Vince ends up getting on the commentary table and calling for Alberto Del Rio to come down and cash in his just won Money in the Bank contract. However, Punk prevents a cash in and exits into his cheering hometown crowd with his WWE title. Overall, I really enjoyed this pay-per-view and the way WWE handled almost all the major storylines going into the show. Those are my thoughts. Comment below with your thoughts on Money in the Bank 2011. Tell me what shows you would like to see me review in the future. Please like this video and subscribe to stay updated on all my videos. Thank you for watching.